guys, so today is, what day is it today? Don't even know anymore. So let me update you guys on like what's been going on. There's been something that I've been kind of going through, I guess you could say. It's nothing crazy, but I'm gonna turn this light back on because, okay. So I wouldn't say like I'm going through anything. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm going through something. But basically, like, my relationship with fitness and movement and just fitness and health, I feel like has definitely, I don't like to say I'm slacking because it makes me feel pressure, right? But I would say that it definitely has taken a back seat, and I don't want it to anymore because of the way it's been affecting me, obviously. The reason it's taken a back seat, and I'm talking, I haven't been to the gym in like 3 weeks now. Actually I have, but I haven't been consistent in 3 weeks. I was trying, ever since I quit my job at where I was before and I started working for myself full time, I've really struggled to like find a routine that works best for me. You know, I found that I was waking up a little bit later, I just have more time, right? And with how busy work has been, I definitely was not prioritizing my own fitness and health. Like, you know, and I would be so tired from staying up all night, you know, doing calls or working on client stuff or making content or whatever, or just staying up relaxing longer because my day was busy, that I would wake up later, and then my mornings would be very slow. I would try to like give myself that time, and honestly I was prioritizing more slow mornings and meditative mornings versus like going to the gym. And I found that you definitely need a balance of both, because I have noticed how not exercising or just staying active and tracking my macros has negatively impacted me. The reason being is because I'm more tired. Like when I exercise, I have this energy that's just like crazy throughout the day, like especially when I exercise in the morning. I'm more tired, I sleep longer, I'm more groggy when I wake up. Like I just literally, if I wake up at 7, I'll stay in bed and sleep until 9, and then I'll get up. And you know, when I was waking up at 6 and going to the gym, like I would come home energized, and like I would make my breakfast and then I would meditate, and it was just like a vibe, okay? And I feel like I lost connection to that. So over, you know, being with my best friend, I had a lot of signs from God and the universe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, same shit, that like, you know, I've been strength training for so long, and I love strength training because it builds you up stronger, and it feels so good to be strong. And whether you like it or not, you should strength train, because it makes not just your muscles stronger, but your bones stronger, your tendons stronger, your nervous system stronger. So it's definitely something everybody should be doing. But I felt like I was just like bored of it, right? Like I wanted to switch up my training, and I felt like I was getting signs of like from God and from the universe, from source, of like, try different things. Like, you know, like you used to do HIIT workouts all the time, and I feel like I have this very all or nothing mindset, or I had this all or nothing mindset with fitness. Like if I wasn't lifting and doing my program, then like why the fuck would I go? And that's the things that I preach to my clients, is like something is better than nothing. But I totally feel y'all, like, where okay, but if I'm not doing the thing that I'm supposed to do, or that's programmed, or if I'm not working towards something, then what's the point of it, right? And you know, like we don't see like the benefit as much if it's not like a part of our program, or we have a goal. And you know, you're a lot more motivated when you have something to work towards. So I tried to build out a program for myself that included like freestyle days. I noticed that a lot of people on Monday, it's like go, go, go. Well, me on Monday, I'm not go, go, go. Like I still don't feel like going. So I made Monday a freestyle day. And then Tuesday, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So you have to really go against sometimes you have to go against the grain. A lot of times with our fitness and health journeys, we're like, well, is this right? Or is this wrong? Right? Like if I'm not working out on Monday, like That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right because society makes it's very normal to go on Monday. But if you're going at least 4 days a week, whether that's Wednesday through Saturday, like, it doesn't matter as long as you're going. If you're literally going Thursday through Sunday and resting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that works better for you because you being, you know, consistent, going to the gym on the weekends helps you be more consistent, then so be it, right? So I feel like, you know, I definitely fell into that mindset of like, if it's not this way, and then it's not worth it, and that's not true. And, you know, I feel a lot better now because I definitely notice, wow, this shit takes a toll on your mental health when you're not exercising. Because what I noticed was then my nutrition started to fall off, right? I started to go, I'm just gonna eat intuitively. Bitch, there's no such thing as eating intuitively for me, in my opinion. Because in the beginning, I'll eat intuitively, but then I'll find that when you're busy, I feel like eating intuitively doesn't work for people who are busy, in my opinion. The reason being is because you can so easily get caught up in work and what you're doing that you will put off eating. And then you will start to, like, you won't eat until you're actually like physically hungry, where you're like, damn, I'm hungry. And honestly, you shouldn't wait until you're starving to eat. Like, that's why a lot of the times, like, you have to plan out your meals and eat. You're not gonna be like, obviously you shouldn't eat when you're like super full, but you're not gonna be like super hungry, because what happens is you usually end up overeating, right? Like, once the food is, you know, being heated up and you smell it, like, you'll start to snack on things more and you'll end up overeating. So you'll end up overeating in the moment, and then most likely undereating overall. So it's just not, it doesn't feel good, and I don't think it's like a good habit to have, is like pushing off your meals. But it's a very easy habit to do when you're busy on the screen all the time. Obviously you can eat intuitively if you have the discipline and you still prep your meals, but I just don't do that. So I definitely, you know, tracking my macros really helps me, just to make sure I'm eating enough and not under eating. Because I definitely notice that, like, I'll start to have more lower moods, lower energy, higher cravings when I'm doing that. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place with this conversation, but that's the point of this YouTube channel for me. But so with that being said, it's been awesome this week with interviews. We are hiring an assistant coach, which is very exciting. I've noticed a lot of people think they're more qualified than they are. It's not to be rude, but some people, they just went through their own fitness journey, and, you know, I'll ask them a couple times, like, do you feel comfortable answering these questions? And they're like, yeah, and they're completely like make up answers. And I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, I would not trust you with my clients. But that's just some tea. But today my main focus is, I'm definitely gonna, first, before that, I'm definitely gonna be taking y'all on my journey of, you know, just continuing to align with my highest self. You know, what I envision my highest self, I'm becoming her, I am her every single day. She does wake up early, and she prioritizes exercise, and she prioritizes being healthy and eating enough. So I'm gonna take you on that journey, because I've been on this journey for 5 years now, and I'm not perfect. And I know on Instagram it can easily seem like I'm always consistent, but a lot of the times I only post my meals with the macros. Like, it might be like 2 meals that I hit my, like, I have my macros, and like, y'all don't see that I might forget the other meals. So you know, YouTube is definitely gonna be the destination if you wanna like go deeper into my life and what I go through on a daily basis. And I think it's helpful because it makes you feel less alone, and that's why I love YouTube. But I am just really listening to my intuition and what I'm feeling called to and pulled to. I don't like to force myself to do things, but I am trying to find the balance of discipline and flow, right? Because if you're too in flow, then you're not gonna get shit done. And if you're too like, you know, too disciplined in a way where you're just putting pressure on yourself to be perfect, then you're gonna end up burning out. So we'll find that balance together, and Yeah. Okay, so I love the fact that it's literally 9:30 a.m. and I'm like up and at it. Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, that's my favorite thing about being like a morning person. And like, you can make yourself a morning person. Like, people who are like, oh, I'm not a morning person, it's because you don't want to be, so that's okay. But don't act like it's out of your like abilities. You have to work your way up there, that's for sure. I recently became a night person, but it just feels so good. Like, I feel like I'm ahead of the game, like ahead, and that's like my favorite thing. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to some clients. I have some calls today, and my main thing today is just gonna be studying, always continuing education, and my mom is coming over to be my little coworker, so that'll be fun. Okay, so it's 6:20 right now. Yeah, it's been a long day, but a good day. I feel a lot more grounded today. Yo, waking up early, superior. How could I forget? I have so much energy right now. I feel like I'm starting to like wind down soon. Like, I still feel good, but I just love starting work so early. Look, I kid you not, I was starting to work at like 11 o'clock every day, and it just made me feel lazy, and like I just had no like structure. And I feel like that's what we all need, is like structure and routine. So, you know, you're gonna feel a lot more lazy and scatterbrained, and you're gonna scroll more on social media, and like, you know, just everything's gonna be out of alignment if you don't have a routine. At least if you do those things, you feel more like, you know, like you feel more yourself. So I brought on 2 new clients today, which is always exciting. I love growing the team. And we have around 27, so I would say we have 28 right now, and I'm really excited to help them reach their goals. So right now I'm just kind of getting them together with my business coach. We've kind of learned how to set up automations for the business. So before, I had to do everything manually, like add them as a, you know, client, send over the welcome email, send over the packet, send over the resources, add them into the course, like everything was manual, and it was literally so like, I think in the beginning of my business, I really enjoyed doing all the extra work because it felt like I was doing more, right? But these things, like, you know, should be automated, and the more people you have, you don't want to do this shit anymore. So I'm so happy. Like, I'm literally a fucking sleuth for automations. If I could automate everything in my life, I would be like, so like, there has to be a way to automate so much more. I'm sure there is. I love being productive. Something that I really struggled with last year was confusing busy work with productive work, because I liked feeling busy. I liked feeling like I was doing things, and like all I was doing 25% of everything and actually getting nothing done. And I wasn't actually being productive. I just liked feeling busy. And you know, and the worst part was that I hated resting. I felt like resting or taking a break or relaxing was me being lazy or slacking or weak or, you know, making excuses, and it's just not true. I was just listening to way too much David Goggins, okay? No, but it's true. Like, you have to have a good balance. And the most creative my content has been, the most resonating it has been, the most best insights that it's gotten or engagement is from when I literally rested and allowed myself to recharge, and it came from a place of like somewhere valuable and creative versus like forceful. So that's one of the biggest things I learned as well, is like always being busy is just what society makes you feel like you're doing enough. which translates to being enough. And that's definitely something I struggled with, is I felt like I wasn't being enough or doing enough, and that translated to me being worthy or capable. I didn't feel capable of having a business and running it without everything being perfect. And you know, I hired help, and that's how I got to where I am today, on top of obviously my spiritual work, my inner work, because I would not get to where I am today if it wasn't for, you know, guidance from God and doing inner work. Truly, like, I could not. I would have had way too much limiting beliefs. I would have had a scarcity mindset. I see so many coaches and business people out there who, they freak out about like losing clients, or you know, just thinking that there's not enough out there, or it's like a saturated market, or thinking that they can't do it. And it's all a mindset, and like, you can't get through that if you're not doing the inner work. So I did a lot of that, and you know, it's continuing to, you know, compound into amazing things. So my literal, just creating my reality. Not every day is as hype and energetic as I am right now. You know, yesterday I literally was a sloth, and in between just like, you know, posting content and talking to clients, I was just like watching YouTube videos, but like YouTube videos that honestly were valuable. But like, you're gonna have days where you're a sloth, and don't feel bad about that. It's just that if you're the type of person where you know that like, if one day of being a sloth is gonna turn into like the whole week of being a sloth, well then you gotta make sure that you have some structure. But that's where routines come in. So anyway, I'm gonna finish getting this client set up. Then I'm gonna clean the house, because it's definitely, it needs some cleaning, some deep cleaning. And I think I'm going to cook some dinner for Boo and I think I'm gonna go on a walk as well. I need blue light glasses. I look in so much technology every day. Like, I feel like it's just gonna be so bad for like our society. Like, we went from like, I don't know, working, I don't know what other people's jobs was, but now we all working from home. We're always looking at screens, and God forbid people don't get outside and get their steps in like they did during quarantine. Like, they were forced to, right? So damn. If you work from home, please make sure that you have a step goal, a water goal, that you're taking care of yourself, because I can see how easily it is to get very, very unhealthy. And the human body will deteriorate if you let it. We are done here for the day. We're done. We're done, you hear me? So I'm going to unplug. And that is how we say goodbye. Goodbye. Now we get this house together. Y'all, it is a hot mess. Hello, Mama. Look who woke up. She's so big now, guys. I don't even think I got any videos when she was a baby. Look at her now. This is Minnie, everyone. She's just a fucking queen. I just love you. I love when cats do this. I love you. I literally smell like a fucking teenage boy, so I'm gonna go shower and then I'm gonna clean up. Okay, I'm out of the shower. Now it's time to clean. So right now I am feeling called to just meditate. Like usually around this time I like to put on one of my favorite shows, Ozark. I don't know if you're watching that, but it's lit. But after cleaning the house and being on technology all day and possibly watching a show after this meditation, I definitely feel overstimulated, and overstimulation can be a lot of blocked energy in your third eye chakra, which is the energy from your pineal gland. And you can even feel like if you're overstimulated, the pressure just in here in between your eyes. So I'm going to be doing this meditation. When I first started in meditation, I really thought of it as like, oh, I have to stop my thoughts and like I can't meditate. And if you're that type of person where you're like, I can't meditate because I can't stop my thoughts, well, like that's the point of meditation, is you can't stop your thoughts. That's not a normal thing. If you're someone who just like normalizes your anxiety or normalizes your overthinking. I have ADHD. My brain is just always going. On top of overstimulation, I can definitely push myself to the limit. And a big part of us feeling burnt out is by not taking time to just rest. So meditation isn't about stopping your thoughts, it's about allowing them to flow out. So they're not just stuffed down in your brain, in your subconscious, in your body, and you're just overstimulated. You constantly feel scattered and overwhelmed. So I'm just gonna let this time for me to just release. I might go on a walk. I'm gonna see what I'm feeling like doing, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do right now. In a society where we literally cannot go to the bathroom without our phones, it's so important to make time to just be still. If that is something that's hard for you, then you're going to live the rest of your life scatterbrained and overwhelmed. Being able to meditate and just be with your breath allows you to allow all that subconscious clutter from the day just flow out. It's not about stopping your thoughts. It's about allowing them to flow out. The same way you take out the trash in your house when it starts to pile up, meditation is a way to take out the trash of your mind and to make more space for new and for a clearer mind. If you try it, let me know. And thank you for watching this video.